Getting the best ultra-wide monitor you can afford will probably feel like a bit of a flex for a lot of people, a way to make a statement more than serve a purpose. In a world dominated by 16:9 aspect in TV, film, and displays of all kinds, it makes sense to ask what the purpose of a 21:9 aspect or even wider computer monitor is besides some niche use cases. Sit down with one for 5 minutes though, and we guarantee that you'll be hooked, just like we were. There is nothing quite like having the expansive real estate of an ultra-wide monitor, making an ultra-wide the best monitor for getting things done. Hands down. Number 1. LG UltraGear 38GN950. It's hard not to be impressed by the LG UltraGear 38GN950. If you're looking for the ultimate gaming monitor, this is certainly the one to beat. With a 144Hz refresh rate that can be easily overclocked to 160Hz, one's response time, spectacular image quality, and many other gaming features like G-Sync, an ultra-wide aspect ratio, and display HDR 600. During testing, the 21:9 ultra-wide aspect ratio certainly delivered the wow factor. Games feel much more cinematic on this display, offering not just a super immersive experience, but also a tactical advantage. The Microsoft Flight Simulator certainly greatly benefits from it, as it allowed us to keep an eye on landmarks and runways without pressing a button to switch views. Playing at 144Hz and 160Hz, we found, results in an enjoyable experience without screen tearing. Meanwhile, the DCI P3 98% color gamma support makes it a good option for photographers and video editors. With the PS5 and Xbox Series X dropping soon, gaming at 4K is likely to become more popular than ever before. However, for PC gamers, there's another alternative: ultra-wide 21:9 aspect ratios. For many, us included, the ultra-wide aspect ratio offers a more immersive experience than a 16:9 4K panel. That extra breathing room allows you to take better advantage of the 144Hz refresh rate and implement demanding graphics options and settings without sacrificing too much in the way of pure image quality. Number 2. AOC CL34G2X. There's no arguing with this monitor's exceptional performance. This frameless monitor works hard to provide best-in-class performance, rather than advertising its gamer-centric nature via sharp angles and aggressive RGB lighting. Though if you are looking for gaming features, it boasts a 144Hz refresh rate, one's response time, and 1440p resolution for immersive gaming that looks incredible as well. The AOC CL34G2X's performance is also impressive. Its curve doesn't feel too overwhelming when leaning in close and offers one of the most immersive gaming experiences we've had. Out of the box, the hues and shades are gorgeous, not needing any adjustments for color balance. This is among the best ultra-wide monitors for gaming. And, with a $450/PS450 price tag, you're certainly getting a lot of value for your money. If anything faces an uphill battle to stand out, it's the AOC CL34G2X from the G2 series. By showing, not telling, rather than advertising its gamer-centric nature via sharp angles and aggressive RGB lighting, this frameless monitor works hard to provide a best-in-class performance. Instead, although it may not look like much from the outside, this display packs a punch. Number 3. BenQ EX3410R. The BenQ EX3410R is an excellent ultra-wide gaming monitor with lots of features, a stylish design, and great 144Hz performance. Its 1's pixel response makes it a fantastic option for sports players who need to better see the battlefield and react quickly. Surprisingly, the speakers on the BenQ EX3410R are actually very good, and while they are not going to compete with a high-quality soundbar with woofer and Dolby Atmos, they are more than enough for the vast majority of people out there. The only real knock we have against it is that while it does have good color coverage, it doesn't have enough for the needs of creative professionals. So this is really a gamer's gaming monitor, rather than something that creatives who are also gamers can gampress into doing double duty. The BenQ EX3410R is an outstanding ultra-wide gaming monitor with fantastic performance and a bevy of features that should cost way more than this monitor actually does. The display HDR 400 does a decent enough job, and the monitor's contrast ratio is 3001, so you get better color depth across the board, especially with a pretty decent color gamma coverage for both P3 and sRGB. All of this makes a game like Elden Ring come alive, the richness of its world displayed at its best. Further helping matters along are the built-in 2.1 speakers, which, despite our initial cynicism, are actually quite excellent. They pretty much make even the best computer speakers somewhat redundant. Simply put, the BenQ EX3410R is one of the best gaming monitors we've reviewed this year. Number 4. Samsung Odyssey Neo 9. Go big with the Samsung Odyssey Neo 9. The 21:9 aspect ratio is great and all, but if you love games like Final Fantasy Roman 14, you're going to need more screen real estate for your buttons and meters. Luckily, this behemoth offers that coveted 32:9 aspect ratio, which gives you a whole lot more room to spread out. It's more than just the size as well. It also packs the most impressive tech we've seen and used in a gaming display, turning up everything its predecessor, the Odyssey 9, offers to 11. It now comes with Samsung's new Quantum Mini LED tech that allows this panel 2048 local dimming zones for the most impressive and stunning HDR we've ever seen. Unfortunately, because of its size and tech, you need a seriously powerful PC to take full advantage of it. But, then again, if you're buying a monitor that costs as much as this one does, you better have the gear to back it up. There are few gaming monitors out there more luxurious than the Samsung Odyssey 9. The massive 49-inch monitor rocked a massive 5120x1440 resolution with a 240 Hz refresh rate and even backed it up with an HDR 1000 rating. However, 2021 is a whole new year and now we're getting the Samsung Odyssey Neo 9, which takes everything that the Odyssey 9 did and turns it up to 11. We're talking about better lighting, an HDR 2000 rating and a move to mini LED technology, which makes the Samsung Odyssey Neo 9 one of the most advanced gaming monitors we've ever seen. However, not only will you need one of the best gaming PC, probably something like the RTX 3080 as a minimum, the Neo 9 is even more expensive than it was last year, but it's largely worth the added cost if you can afford it. The display is genuinely the best we've ever used, with amazing color and black levels that you simply won't find in most other gaming monitors. Playing games on this thing is truly a luxurious experience, which makes the mind-blowing price tag feel at least a little justified. Number 5. MSI Prestige PS341WU. If you're looking for a monitor that's a cut above the 4K norm, then you've got the MSI Prestige PS341WU. Showing up any impeccable 4K monitor is by no means an easy feat, but this monitor does so with the huge 5K 2K native resolution and 21:9 ultra-wide aspect ratio of its luscious 34-inch IPS screen. It doesn't come cheap, but it does have a great feature set to make up for that, including a nano IPS panel with DCI-P3 color gamut, HDR support, and comprehensive connectivity. During our testing, it delivered superb image quality, colors that absolutely pop, and viewing angles that are about as good as they get. And that's right out of the box. In addition, it comes with 100% of sRGB gamut and 98% of DCI-P3 color coverage that make it a solid choice for color-critical content creation. All that packed in a beautiful white aesthetic, and you've got yourself one of the best ultra-wide monitors of 2020. Looking for a monitor that's a cut above the 4K norm? The new MSI Prestige PS341WU could be the panel for you. Its main claim to fame? The huge 5K 2K native resolution from a luscious 34-inch IPS screen. That's 5120 by 2160 pixels and fully 3 million more than a standard 4K or UHD monitor, packed into a 34-inch 21:9 ultra-wide display. The upshot is a pixel density of 163 dpi. For reference, the likes of a 38-inch ultra-wide with 3840 by 1600 pixels, such as the Asus Neo-Curve MX38 VC, works out to just 109 dpi. Admittedly, the MSI Prestige PS341WU still comes up short compared to, say, Apple Retina displays for its Mac computers, which generally clock in above 200 dpi. But compared to the vast majority of PC monitors, this is a high DPI display. Of course, you'll pay for that privilege. You're looking at around $1,210, piece $929, around $1,800 to get in on that 5K 2K action. However, the MSI Prestige PS341WU isn't just about pixel counts. It sports a nano IPS panel from master LCD maker LG. The upshot is high-fidelity image quality. MSI claims 98% coverage of the demanding DCI-P3 color gamut, plus 100% coverage of sRGB. Both are available as presets in the comprehensive OSD, along with Adobe RGB. It's also good for 1200 static contrast, which is a cut above the IPS norm, adding further to its content creation capabilities. Not to mention all-round image quality prowess is HDR support. The MSI Prestige PS341WU comes with VSA Display HDR 600 certification. It achieves that with fairly rudimentary 12-zone local dimming and typical brightness of 450/M2. Peak brightness is 600/M2, so this arguably isn't a true HDR display, but it will process an HDR signal and display the correct colors with HDR content, which is very useful from a content creation perspective.